Okay. Now, there's a Mark who wants to know about the death penalty for women who abort. And I don't know if Mark agrees or disagrees with us generally on this program, but let's find out exactly. In Wheat Ridge, Colorado, Mark, speak your mind.
Hello, Bob. How are you?
Howdy, Mark. Doing well.
Good. To answer your question, I generally agree with what you say on your show.
All right.
And didn't get a chance to see Eclipse of Reason, but I've seen several abortion videos that I'm sure are similar.
Yes.
And just have a question for you. I had a real inconsistency in my own life because I think abortion is atrocious. I think it's murder.
Yeah, it is.
And somebody confronted me and asked me, do you believe that all women who have an abortion should have the death penalty?
Yeah.
And I couldn't reconcile that biblically. And I know you say the New Testament teaches the death penalty pretty clearly.
Yes.
And so I just want to know, how do you reconcile those two things? Do you think women who have an abortion should have the death penalty? And if so, could you give me like one or two scriptures in the New Testament?
All right. Yes, but ex post facto law is wrong. You know, to use a Latin term that lawyers use, which means I shouldn't use it because I discredit myself, to pass a law that applies retroactively is fundamentally unjust. Like, our system legally in this country, we're not allowed to have ex post facto laws. But Clinton did it. When he got into office, he passed the tax law that raised taxes in the past, retroactively. It was unbelievable. It's totally criminal. It's wrong to do that. Clinton did it. You know, Bob Dole didn't care, and so we were all really reamed with that one. But to say today, like kidnapping, according to God, the penalty for kidnapping is death. But it would be wrong for us, let's say Christians became suddenly in total control of the government, and we fixed all the laws, and we said if you kidnap someone, you get put to death. Now that's a great thing. You swiftly put them to death. As a result, you'll have virtually no kidnapping in the whole country. Virtually none.
Very few repeat offenses.
Say that again?
I said very few repeat offenses.
Yeah, good point. like no repeat and very few first time. I mean, people, we can see the experience in other countries where you have a swift death penalty for a certain crime. You have almost no occurrence of that crime. People are not really stupid. They're only sort of stupid. So anyway, it would be wrong to say, okay, now we're in law, in power, and the law is if you kidnap, you get put to death. Therefore, we're going to find everyone who's kidnapped in the past, 50 years, and we're going to put them all to death. That would be wrong.
Okay.
But it would be right to say from here on out, anyone who kidnaps will be put to death. Or anyone who commits adultery, takes his neighbor's wife, will be put to death. That would be right. But you don't go backwards. So do we have to put 30 million women to death? No. But we say, like in Colorado, the law was abortion equaled manslaughter. And Colorado did arrest and prosecute, convict, and punish at least one man that I know of for manslaughter because he performed an abortion. So it should be murder. Abortion on the law should be murder, and if you commit murder, you get put to death. And if the woman is a willing accomplice, she also would be put to death. As a result, literally, you'd go many years and there'd be no abortions at all. And there might be one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There might be one abortion in years. And you find those people and you put them to death, and as a result, you would save the lives of millions of innocent children. So that's what the law should be.